Hello, everyone. Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Dose. We are spicing things up again here on some Idle Heroes action. And boy, oh boy, is everyone in for a treat. They have done some cool upgrades and updates. They've thrown spanners in the work. They've smashed us out of the park in terms of the level of confusion that's been involved. So if you are new or visiting, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification button. We will be following along for the Easter event coming up next week as well. But today we are going to cover, well, Grey Dwarf's Blessing. It is a tricky little pickle. Not going to lie, they did spice things up quite a lot, but the interface is not fantastic in terms of being intuitive. So we're going to cover that. Then we're going to cover the new resonance system. But before we do that, it would be remiss of me not to talk a little bit about profit summoning events. For those that know, basically you do 80 orbs for one completion. And of course, you're going to get your Rogan and your Oberon. I am excited to see the Core of Transcendent is still available as a 60 Profit Orb surprise. It is what it is. If you don't need Rogan, save it. If you want Eloise, should probably be out next week. Not next week, next Profit Orb event. Well, it could be next week with the amount of rotations they're doing. It's not though. I'm playing with you. It's not next week, but the rotations they're doing is all over the shop. So it's probably going to be in next month's time. Keep saving. You can get 80 orbs a month fairly easily. We do have the Heroic Miracle. Make sure you're doing that. We do have old mate Tara. Not fantastic. Is a warrior. What can I say? Was disappointed when it was released 2 years ago, or it seems like 2 years ago. Uh, just not that fantastic. I actually do have one on this account, which I was going to swap out to Twisty Liago until Twisty turned out to be not fantastic. But in terms of this, make sure you're jumping on the Profit Orbs. Make sure you're getting your 24 free Heroic Scrolls. The gear became exponentially more valuable. So stay tuned for when I talk about that. Collecting this stuff is not a bad idea. Moonlit Gift is another little bit of an incentivizer for the new heroes out there, the new players, I should say. Basically, all this shit that they're giving you is enough for you to get like a 9-star or 10-star. You're going to get your free selection chest, which costs you about 100 Australian dollars, so it's not free. But you get your selection chest. You get some puppets, which is going to help you along in your journey. And if you've all been, well, maybe you're going to get your food that way. Spirit gems and promotion stones. If you're curious about the best value, what to spend it on, look no further. You're going to pretty much have to buy 3 of these bad boys in Australia and 1 of these bad boys. But in terms of value, that's like 3 months worth of VIP senior privilege cards. You're going to get gems each day and additional mysterious, I don't know. Is it truly value? Yes, it is. In terms of this game, yeah, this is probably the most valuable thing for Aussies to get. Mainly because we get ripped off astronomically by DH. I don't know where they figured out their conversion rates from. Probably the back of a cardboard box or something. The old cereal box. Fucking no idea. But anyway, out of that context, you're gonna have to spend $100 to get the Moonlight Gift. It's not worth it. Don't do it. But anyway, moving forward, there's nothing spicy there. There's not really any value in these so-called value packages at all. Yeah. Anyway, just gotta become very negative. Let's keep going. Let's go. Okay, so your forge system hasn't changed. You basically have the same option to create your orange gear, your class gear. You just click on the tile behind it. So if you want to look at it, click on the tile itself. Behind it, the white section, anywhere in the white section, will open up the option for you to build it. It's going to cost you 4k gems, 100 million gold, and most people are pretty familiar with this concept. In terms of resonance gear, well, this is where it kind of gets a little bit more spicier. Basically, you need a full class suit and you need a orange 6-star suit. So if you wanted to say build a class specific thing, you're going to need your class specific gear, i.e. your ranger gear for this scenario, and you're going to need your 6-star or your thorny whip set as well. And to top it all off, you're going to need 5k gems and 200 million gold. Pretty expensive. You can do 3 of these a month, you can do 3 of those a month. So they're kind of, I mean, catering for the whales, sure, would be one way of looking at it. But for most people, 5k gems 5k is a lot of money, not gonna lie. But anyway, for those that are in game and mid game and starting to look to evolve their characters, a lot of you have probably already got your class suits anyway, so realistically, you only need to do this once and you're good to go. But for instance, you say, PB, what the fuck, man? I don't play with warriors anymore. Warriors are trash, but I've got all this class gear. You go, okay, man, I got you back. You go into your resignation and you go to here, and basically it's this conversion button, by the way, and you click there and you go, oh, thank PB for the answer here. Not really, not many people do that, but basically you can change this out. It's going to cost you 100 million gold. There is no limitation to how many times you swap it. 100 million gold is 100 million gold. Don't do this when you're drunk, because you probably regret it and be wondering where your billions of gold went. But basically, resonance is exactly the same. So you can swap out individual pieces. It doesn't conclude it as a set. So you manually have to put in your pieces like this, which I think is uh, strange, but okay. So now they say you wanted to do that. It's going to cost you 100 million. So it's going to cost you 100 million regardless of whether it's resonance or class suits. I like the fact that they didn't increase the price, although they could have just done it for like 10, but we all know that's never going to happen. Anyway, that is for that question. Now, as you could have probably seen, we could put in that little do music, something I prepared for you earlier. Hero Resonance. So now we do have an upgraded version. I want to push Trial. Oh, no, not Trial. What's that thing called? Aspen Dungeons. I want to push Aspen Dungeons with Penny. I want to get her to V3, maybe in V4 on this account, and see if she can just absolutely obliterate the tower mode. Yeah, we're going balls deep with Penny. That could be fun. That could be something fun. I'm looking for fun things to do. Tix is boring. Pretty much, yeah. Tix is a boring way to clear these days. Let's spice things up a little bit. But in terms of this, it gets expensive. I'm going to say it gets expensive if you try to do it with if you do it with gems, it's going to cost you a buttload. If you're a whale, think again, because even if you are a whale, it's imagine trying to do this on all your hero sets. Say minimum you need to do this 5 times, maybe 6 times over, right? And you need to spin for each and every single piece, and it's 500 gold, 500 gems per spin. Think about that, right? That's it's yeah, it's not good value at all. It's it's fucking atrocious value, actually. Okay, but let's just cover this. Let's just talk a little bit about it. So essentially, you know how like when they have the heroes event and they go, so now after wasting 100 scrolls, the drop rate goes up by 2% or 2 times and then 3 times and etc etc. Well, the same concept here is the percentage of it going up, which they never disclose, by the way. The percentage of it going up increases so that you get the guaranteed allotted hero. The reason it's important is because at the moment, Demon Hunter apparently is going to get 6% all damage dealt, but not my fucking penny. So I obviously do not like that. And as you can see, old mate Queen is here, and then we've got 2 Mickeys. Good luck to you, Mickey. But there you go. So each of the weapons, the armor, the accessories, the boots, they all have different statistics around them as well, which I like. It's not just one all and that's it. So you can kind of suss out which ones you want to do if you're on a budget. I would recommend always going to be the weapon and potentially the boots for speed, but weapon all damage is important, and of course speed is important, but ironically, you're not going to find yourself in that situation. You should be able to do it pretty much for free. And the way you're going to do it for free is by using a residence conversion. Now, this is who I want, so you need to nominate who you want to change into, right? If you don't nominate, if you put Malassa, then you're gonna get Malassa, all right? So just be aware, you need to select it regardless. But the conversion rate, if the resonance is, it's all RNG. All right, so this doesn't up the percentage. This is just you have a chance of rolling the dice. You have like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jeez, like what is that? 19? I can't count. I think it's 19. You have like a 1 in 19 chance of getting this bloody penny to drop. But anyway, you're probably like, what the fuck's this guy talking about? How do I get resonance? Well, I gotcha. I got you in the bag here. I've already got rid of all my green gear. It really didn't give anything. It's kind of piddly when you think about it. Uh, some of this stuff though, 12 million is not bad. It's almost impossible to get the green tick off. Just so you know, once you've selected it, you essentially need to back out of the screen in order to deselect it. If you somehow magically get lucky and you can remove it somehow, good for you. I've deselected it once out of 30,000 fucking attempts. I don't know. That's a little bit annoying. You should be able to deselect this shit. But anyway, as you can see, you can go through all of the equipment styles you've got. You can select it. It's going to give you these resonant stones. You're going to need 1 million per hit. What I would say is, and it's entirely up to you. If you want to use, say, your 3-star gear, your 2-star gear, just be aware that you probably are in a position where you've got a lot of it. Early game, I obviously wouldn't recommend using any of the 2-star or 3-star gear if you don't have 4-star gear or essentially 5 or 6-star gear. The reason being is because you're in the building stage, right? So I wouldn't be throwing it away. And let's be probably clear, unless you're a whale, you really aren't going to get hero resonance anyway. So it's probably a bit of a mute point. But for those that have this access to it, I'd say you're safe to throw away a lot of this shit, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you aren't ever going to be struggling to get gear, right? Because you're going to be able to get it from your daily smashes and all that other bullshit. So I think we're good. Let's just throw away everything we have pre 3-star gear. Maybe I included some 3 stars in there. Anyway, let's go like that. So now we're pretty flush. 351 million of this resonance crap. So let's just disassemble it. We should pretty much only have like 3s, 4s, and 5s upwards available. If we ran out for whatever reason, if you're curious, that gives. Ooh, isn't that funny? I can deselect this shit, but I can't deselect this shit. Interesting. Anyway, I guess we're going to have to jump back in. So this is going to give you 14 million. That's going to give you a fucking 129 million. Don't do that though. That's 6-star gear. That's a big no-no. But yeah, 14 million. 14 million. If you're curious where to get it, go to your guild, go here, go to your store, be in an active legion, click on your equipment gear, and then boom, you can buy it for these little coinies. I don't even know what these little coinies are called. We're just going to call them coinies. Anyway, you can buy them for the coins. Essentially, is 14 million there. It's pretty cheap. If you want to, like, say, pay triple the price, let's check out to see what 5-star gear actually gives you. I might actually have to build some 5-star gear. Let's build one 5-star gear here. So it's 14 million for the non 5-star gear, and then what about for the 5-star? Oh, okay, 43 million for 5-star gear. That's a fair whack. 14 or 43. I mean, it's entirely up to you to if you want to purchase. Yeah, I don't know. It's entirely up to you what you want to purchase for your guild coins, but at least you know that you're going to be able to get it for essentially free by grinding out your daily tasks in your legion. Anyway, all right, enough of the boring stuff. Let's go. Let's see if we can roll. Let's see how much of this shit we're going to go through. We got 370 million of the resonance, kind of redonkulous. Hey, got a Nosuke. Let me just click OK. Carry, beautiful. Field, not so great. Eloise, wonderful. Queen, fuck off, Mickey. All right. This is painful. Russell, maybe we could have stuck with Russell. But no, no, I'm committed. We're gonna get this shit. Really, game? So this is really just a test of your patience. Legitimately a test of your patience. You're probably gonna go through, I wanna say I wanna say you're probably gonna go through around 50 million per piece of armor to get the one you want, give or take. I know that's probably an exaggeration, so having 300 million is not a bad idea if you're trying to get this through the free option. Finally, we got Penny. So that was around 30 tries that time. I'm glad it doesn't cost you any more to get like the Transcendent Heroes exclusives. I mean, I'm almost falling asleep doing this. Let's come on, game. Just give me one, and then I can. Oh no, shit! I cancelled it. You didn't see nothing. Oh well. Anyway, as you can see, that's how you do it. Honestly, the system. I mean, like, they of course they just want to encourage you to spend some gems. Um, I wouldn't try to maybe do more than maybe one. Just keep some gems available. Next week is a heroic miracle week. Yeah, it's going to be a fortress hero. I have no scroll saved up for this hero on this account. Maybe I might do some pulls on another account. We'll see whether or not it's worthwhile. Of course, you got your hero lottery, which is fine. This is interesting though. Eloise and Tussi Liaga are available. Old mate Tussi, like I said previously, I mean, she's kind of niche. I feel like Eloise is a little bit more versatile. I'd love to see what they go and do together, being able to decimate teams. I'm sure she can probably do that. I feel like Tussie is she's a bit of a sleeper, right? She really does hit extremely hard, but is she really someone you would pick? I'd say most people would pick Russell in terms of a light hero. But in terms of Eloise, yeah, she's fantastic. PvE, absolute queen in Void, and of course Sealing Land. But again, like most people at Endgame probably aren't building her because they've already got Tix armies and bloody Ignises and Drakes and all the other wonderful things. But I'm sure she can accommodate those that are mid game, late game. Anyway, in terms of Almost Workshop, fantastic. That's away. Pulse of Eternity. We've got some crystals that we can do some swapping for. Palace of Crystals is, of course, up again, which is the stock standard. We have an Easter party, very interesting. I love the Easter events, kind of always quirky. I predict we'll see an Eloise skin there, and of course, Glorious Boost is available as well. I don't know if we're going to need gems. I'm already in a deficit for half the fucking gems I've got on most of my accounts. I'm running out. I'm waiting for the monthlies to reset so I can get a boost, but yeah, hopefully that helped you in kind of understanding a little bit about the Grey Dwarves Blessing and the event that's currently going on. If you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.